Alright, welcome back to another episode of Trails into Reverie. Today, we're gonna help Olivier, finally, break out of his, prison, which is the ship.
There are more Iban defense soldiers here.
Of course there are.
The EDF, archaisms. Must they insist on making everything so difficult?
Yeah, they kinda do. Still locked, huh? Well, that's fine. Oh, that's an archaism. Sorry, there's something up
How's
there.
that?
Let's do that.
We have the advantage.
Oh, nice. It's the same one that we scanned earlier. Well then.
Very well.
Yeah, because we can't
Architect-
regenerate BP either.
Man of the hour. Man of the hour. Very well.
Ow.
Architect. Man of the hour.
Might need to heal here. Like seriously, why can't I heal myself?
There. Pitiful. Man of the hour. Pitiful. Man of the hour.
Attacks relatively
Architect-
quickly.
Nighty night, kitty cats.
Good. Okay. Hostages in here? Hello.
Let's begin the show.
Oh, you're enemies. Okay. Well, I'm gonna move up
Arcus
here a
activate.
little bit.
There.
As we had zero craft
Very well.
coming up. I should have seen it coming.
Arcus activate. There. Man of the hour.
We're kind of getting low on arts though. I have some EP charges, but
Me. Here's my stage.
oh, you're sealed. Nice. Okay,
May you.
do that.
Here's my stage.
And then we can start finishing up one of them at least.
Here's my stage.
Ooh, zero craft. Let's do that. Akashic Star.
I can't.
Uh-oh.
Here's my
Ow.
stage.
Let me heal
Arcus
myself
activate.
real
There.
quick.
There. This isn't.
Oh,
Did you like
he
that?
killed himself. Okay, good. RP increased by 2. Yay! Treasure chest, no. Treasure, no. Treasure. Oh, I remember being in this room. This is the game room, right? Reference room, sorry. Not quite the game room. Okay, let me go back down and heal real quick. No need to use the items if we don't need to. Can he even edit his ordnance? No. L Cannon. Boost healing arts. Okay, again, same with Aurelia. I assume we're not gonna get Oliver as an actual playable character. Uh-huh. Ooh. Silence, huh? Who goes there? Hey, who's out? Bonk. What the? Nice. Hello there, we came to rescue you. We could also chrono burst, but again that costs so much.
Arcus activate!
There!
There! Here's my stage.
Okay, let's start Ixion vaulting. Actually,
Flow!
let's do that.
Man of the hour.
Because we're about to get 3 BP back.
Here's my stage.
You're
The
done!
seal is
Man of the
nice.
hour.
0 BP. Okay. We'll do
Flow.
that.
Very well.
Okay, we'll do that again to get 3 more BP.
There. Here's my stage.
I'll quickly tier roll
Arcus
myself.
Activator. Man of the hour.
How about you don't do that?
You're done!
Man of the hour. Man of the hour.
Nope, we can
Arcus
keep
Activator.
Ixion vaulting.
There!
Very well.
Can
Arcus
tier roll
Activator.
to steal their crit.
There!
Man of the hour.
2 more
Arcus
turns.
Activator.
Okay, we can do that.
There!
Very well.
Last turn, but unfortunately I'm gonna
you-
Requiem shot.
This isn't...
Double
Nighty
break,
night,
double
kitty
kill.
cats.
Okay, no problem. Nice. Smooth sailing. Uh-huh. Yep, good to know everyone's here.
Emergency! System-wide stealth functions have been disabled!
Ooh.
All soldiers are to submit status reports ASAP! I repeat!
Good timing.
Well then, I can't say I know what caused that, but I'm not opposed to Lady Luck smiling upon us.
Nice, some chaos is just what we need.
I see we are going to need to accelerate our plan, if it is to succeed. His Highness and the Courageous Two are under our control. If you value his life, you will surrender.
Yeah, you don't know the prince at all if you think
Are we
he's
now?
taking it. Yeah, there he
Did
is.
he?
Prince Olivert! Are you all right, Your Highness?
But of course. I'm honored that so many esteemed comrades have come to my rescue.
All your plans are falling down, Dalton.
Myself, Shara, and my crew are all in the Courageous too. Rest assured, everyone is unharmed.
Though, I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting our honeymoon to be quite this eventful.
I mean, you're with Olivert. You're basically guaranteed to have an eventful
I'm
time.
sure. I'm just thanking Adios you're both okay.
I'm not surprised at all to see that they weren't idly awaiting rescue.
Mm-hmm. Of course not.
Damn it! Just what is going on here? They're using one of the computers on the 2nd floor!
They've also freed all of the ship's crew! They're now making their way to the deck!
Seize them! We can't let the prince get away now!
Uh-huh, sure.
So, I don't suppose I could trouble you to come over here and help, could I? You've got Emma and Muse there, so it might be doable.
We would love to go over and help.
What do you think, Emma?
Traversing this distance should be no trouble at all. Please, give me a hand, Muse. Gladly.
Please
Yeah,
stay here
Muse
where it's
knows
safer,
some,
Professor.
Not arts, like real magic.
I wasn't going even if you asked. Now get a move on.
Okay, the professor should be safe here. We did clear most of the organisms.
Take flight!
And Muse dabbles in magic because of Vita.
There they are! Please come quietly, Your Highness.
How about no?
The Ashen Chevalier and the Golden Rakshasa?
Looks like we made it in time.
Sorry about the delay, Your Highness. As a Vander, I will not stand to see a gun pointed at a member of the Imperial family.
But they're just students!
I presume this means I can count on your support, dear friends?
Oh, yes,
Your
please.
will shall be done, Your Highness.
Let us begin!
I'm ready to begin.
This many soldiers? No issue at all, Your Highness. I am kind of out of... Oh, wow, okay. My thing is gone. My guests are gone. That's a little sad. Kurt has also been replaced. No, Emma has been replaced by Olivier. Unfortunately, Olivier, I want Emma back.
Now! Too slow! Here's my stage.
Okay, so do I need to scan any of you? The answer is no. I've gotten most of you. So yeah, sorry.
I leave it to you.
I'll handle the rest.
Yep, this is good.
Very well.
It's unfortunate that my insight user,
Here to
my
play.
insight granter is gone, but
Arcus,
double diamond Nova
Here
should
we
be
go. Got him.
insane
There.
here.
Not today. Fool.
And oh sorry, ascension. And that takes the rest of them out, I'm pretty sure.
I'll restore you. I love you.
Let's go.
Oh, one left. This poor soldier.
All right. Down. We won, but still, stay sharp.
Yep, will do. Valhalla increase. Again, don't expect to actually get to use that.
Nice. That'll
Although
do it.
if I
I've
mean,
only just begun.
I guess they could. Thinking about it, they probably just appear in Reverie corridor, just
I
not
only
in the
get
main
cuter
story.
as I level up.
Which I guess makes sense.
I did it.
I need to keep getting better.
Yep.
Woohoo!
Yep. No problems.
Many thanks for your assistance. I know how difficult that must have been with my understanding of the situation at hand. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, and to each and every one of you, thank you.
You're welcome, Prince Olivert. It's our pleasure, Your Highness. I think all of us are... Well, I guess Sarah isn't a Thor's alumni. I think everyone else is a Thor students and alumni. Literally just Sarah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Rean's faced that firsthand before. Oh, okay, Aurelius leaving now. Sure. Alright.
Cool. Now to make our way over to the bridge.
Will do.
I've got the third floor card key in hand, so we should skip the exercise and go for the elevator instead.
I mean, the bridge is literally right there, right? Isn't that literally the bridge right there? Can I just like climb up this? Jump in through the window? Real quick though, I did change some settings, but I think now the voice volume is too loud. Because it was a little soft before, it was at 1. Oh great, you're back. I don't really want to deal with you right now. Just ignore you. I guess I could go down and upgrade my quartz if I need to. Okay. Let's see here, my extras. Okay, we can have Heaven's Kiss if we want to. Accelerate critical 100% for 1 turn. I don't think it's that great, honestly. Is that that's the meeting room? Okay, so we should free all these people first. Hello.
Now, let's go.
Oh, and Olivier's in the party. Whoops. should fix that.
Now! Too slow! My turn.
I'm here.
Here's my stage.
Sorry,
I leave it to
Olivier,
you.
but
I'll handle the rest.
these two actually have
There!
water arts, so
Here we go.
Go!
This isn't.
and that should do it.
This isn't.
It's my turn.
Oh, just one left. Hello.
I can't afford to lose.
Nice and easy. Probably get some RP up.
Your
Nice.
marksmanship is always a sight to see, Your Highness.
Oh, but my abilities are so very humbled in the face of true professionals such as yourselves. My true talent, you see, lies in serenading my allies from a safe distance. Shall I?
Not right now, maybe.
That's, all right. I think we'll manage.
Can we take a bath? Oh, we can't. Oh well. Okay, Olivier is now safely in the support.
I'll show no mercy.
And no... Oh, wow. Double guess. Okay, well,
Down! Too slow!
I'm here.
Diamond
Very
Nova.
well.
Let's walk you up.
I'm going.
Blue Ascension.
Fool! Now! Too slow! There! And open it! There!
I guess we could just incite, actually. But,
I'll restore
probably
you.
not worth it.
Is it?
There.
And boom.
We won. But still,
Ooh.
stay sharp.
Bridget, nice, 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 nice. Level 9 on that. Yep, we got it. Were they drinking? Looks like they were. Well, at least it's kind of organized. Ooh, Blade. Oh wait, no, that's Vantage Masters. I miss playing Blade. Blade was actually pretty fun. I hope that's one of the mini games. Quickly breathe.
That healed both body and heart.
Yeah, let's have Kurt quickly breathe on us. Hello.
Now!
This one I'll get insight.
Down! Too slow! My turn.
It's my turn. Arcus,
Diamond
I'm
Nova.
going.
Ooh, 0.
Keep it up.
We'll just do that again.
I'm going.
I mean, it could just do cast time down, I guess.
There!
Go!
And it's over. It's so over.
Is it?
And open it!
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
We won.
There we go.
But still,
No problems whatsoever. This team is insanely strong. Alright, up to the bridge we go. Do I need to go down and upgrade my quartz? Probably not.
I hoped you wouldn't make it this far.
Hello
But
there,
I see
Dalton.
General Le Guin is no longer with you, which tilts the odds in my favor.
Really? 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 Against a Grolsritter member, a Divine Blade, well, a younger Divine Blade, but still a Divine Blade, a Prince, an A-rank Bracer, a Mage of the Hexen Clan.
If
You
you
really
value
think
your
it's
lives, you will put down your
You
weapons and
really
surrender.
think it's in your favor.
You're the ones who need to surrender. We know exactly what you're after now. You want the same thing as the soldiers who tried to pull off a coup in the capital.
Oh, the war to reignite.
you must already know that their plan failed and they were arrested. Yet here you are, subjecting Nord to the very same indignity.
Don't tell me you seriously think you can pull off a coup on your own.
Oh, but I do. For we have the support of the Supreme Leader himself. Had we defeated the loathsome Republic in the war, we could have brought unity and peace everlasting to all the continent.
That's not how this works, man.
Yet
That's
our
not how
leaders
any of
threw
this
away
works.
that chance, knelt before our enemies, and cast aside arms forged by our countrymen's blood. Erebonia is walking the road to ruin. Only one chance remains to correct our course.
And you'd take the wheel?
No, you will, Your Highness.
Uh-huh.
The Crown Prince is missing, your father has effectively become a recluse, and your sister is a mere puppet. Useless, one and all.
Okay, now you've crossed the line.
But not you. You overcame death aboard this very ship, and ever seek to better the Empire. You would be a fitting symbol of its rebirth.
Oh, I think they tried to make an Olivia
If you
puppet.
and this ship join the Supreme Leader's ranks, our countrymen would be sure to support the United Nation.
And why would Olivia
Then the
ever
Empire
agree?
can take its place as
Unless
the
you try to
center
make
of
a
the
robot, I
continent
guess.
once more, for all eternity.
But I guess the normal soldiers won't know that robots are a
Only
thing.
that will bring true prosperity to Zemuria.
That's not how any of this
I don't-
works.
Your insolence toward the Imperial family is galling, but your egotistical ramblings are no easier to stomach. You honestly thought to hand His Highness and his wife to terrorists over such foolish delusions of grandeur?
To say nothing of using the Highlands to try and reignite the fires of war. Your crimes are unforgivable.
You aren't seeing the big picture. We and the Supreme Leader aren't thinking only of the Empire. Our eyes are on the future of the continent as a whole. Compared to such a grand cause, the welfare of royalty in backwater regions like this are insignificant, irrelevant. Why can you not understand that?
Can you even hear yourself?
An eerie mana is filling them to the brim. I'm sure they've been brainwashed in the same manner as Crossbell's people.
Yeah, but they were already more susceptible too, so...
And it was still their decision to blindly follow this destructive course instead of facing reality.
And we know it's reversible because we saw Kia do it, and Kia and Wazi do it at the hospital.
Leaving them ripe for manipulation. All right. Listen to me. If you don't overturn your thinking, you'll never be able to move forward.
What?
So much was lost during and because of that war. The national mobilization law placed a heavy burden on our people. Many lives were lost, and those who lived will remain forever scarred. While I escaped with my life, I did lose the original Courageous, as well as my brother, who I'd hoped to entrust with this nation's future.
Your Highness.
But those losses paved the way for boons we could not have acquired otherwise. And I gained much, a new pair of wings to fly, friends from many nations, my beloved wife, and a new generation of life. I'm also convinced my brother wasn't just running away from his mistakes. He chose his new path in order to move forward. As long as we do not turn our eyes from what we have lost, and let those losses guide us ever onward, then we will not have truly lost anything. Or at least that is what I believe. If your hearts are too twisted for you to turn a critical eye to what you've done, then I will stop you. I have to. As one of the Imperial family, and a son of Erebonia.
You think you can stop us? Then try it!
We're going to back him up with everything we've got.
Right!
Yeah, they think they can beat this team. They
Not
have
even
another
His
thing
Highness
coming.
can stop us now!
Zero craft to start off. I mean, I would love to, but okay, fine. We start with that.
Let's go!
Let's go ahead and full Vermilion.
It's my turn!
Down! Too slow! Let's go!
He's already half health, like 1/4 health.
There!
It's my turn.
And let's end this already. What are you weak to, Colonel Dalton? Fire, huh? Okay. Well, we have Firebolt.
Arcus, activate! I'm going!
Rean can cancel him. Go ahead to detector.
Analyzing enemy unit! I see now!
only delaying the inevitable.
I'll restore you.
I love you.
There!
Like, seriously, what do you think you're gonna do?
It's my turn.
You're also weak. Actually, you're also weak to Galleon Fort and LB and Wolf. We'll just Fort, I think. I don't think we need to Wolf.
It's my turn!
Supreme Crimson Slash.
All right.
Zero Craft, huh? Oh well. We can just set up an Absolute Reflect here.
I'll restore you.
I love you. It's my turn.
Yeah, really. What are you even trying to do, man?
Let's go. Attack.
I'm up!
This
I can't afford to lose.
Like, seriously. If the freaking Divine Blade of Wind couldn't stop us, what makes you think you can stop us? Oh well. Good job, team. Good job.
Damn you!
Wait!
What's he trying to
You're
do?
not getting away!
Is he trying to... Oh, is he trying to blow up this ship or something?
It's over for you, Colonel Dalton.
You're going to tell us everything you know. Now.
I'm not telling you anything, and this is not over! Surround the Courageous 2! Yes, sir!
Oh, are they... Yeah, they're really trying to blow this ship up, aren't they? Okay. That's a lot of airships.
Airships? Were they standing by this whole time?
I mean, that explains where the
Damn
rest
it.
of the soldiers are.
Now I know why there were surprisingly few people on board.
Yeah, what she said.
Now who has the upper hand? You might be strong, but you don't stand a chance against an entire armored division.
This does look bad.
Don't give up. Even if we have to barricade our...
Oh, okay.
What?
We're under attack.
Do they not care that their fellow soldiers are on board?
Just what is happening?
This isn't you?
This is the airborne unit! Please respond! The unmanned tanks we had standing by are assembling and have begun to...
Great, someone hacked the frickin' tanks. The Courageous does have some defensive measures, but...
I've deployed a shield for now.
Well, that's enough as a temporary measure, but that won't work forever.
Just what is going on here?
Wait, did the Supreme Leader intend for this to happen from the very beginning? That's it for all of us! We're doomed!
Can we escape aboard the ship, Your Highness?
Can we just, like, knock this guy out for
Hylio's
now?
willing, but I'm not sure we'll be ready in time. All we can do is hurry.
Yep, they're just,
This is bad.
We won't be able to resist a concentrated attack from this many tanks for very long.
Oh, hey. Mueller.
That voice was...
That was Mueller.
Sorry for the delay. I managed to steal a unit from Zendergate. I know you're in there, Olivier. Get the ship ready for takeoff. And don't you even think of dying. Because I have some choice words for you.
I'm sure you do.
I wouldn't dream of it, dear friend.
And the Golden Rakshasa. Oh, wow. Automatic summoning, huh?
The delivery is complete, General.
Oh,
the
okay.
enemy has more reinforcements on the way. Don't stay in the fray for too long.
She will, and she'll still beat the reinforcements.
Please be careful, and to keep Olivier and the others safe.
Understood. We'll meet you at the rendezvous point later.
Oh, yeah.
To think, it took all these years after following in your footsteps for us to fight side by side. I'd best see you put your interpretation of our master's righteous witness to good use.
I can't imagine the strongest swordswoman in the Empire would have much to learn from my unpolished swordplay. But I'm glad to have you watching my back. Together, we shall overcome these foes.
And there they go. Just wrecking the tanks. Uh-huh. Nice. Good job, team. We got out. We'll keep going. It's fine. The Courageous is back. Oh, is that the Gralsritter ship? Wait, no, that's the... Is it? No, it's not. The Gralsritter ship is more sleek, more metallic. Uh-huh. Break time. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Something else, huh? And Olivier's back in his
More of the
red
Republic's
costume.
weaponry is on the move?
Indeed. I confirmed it as I was analyzing the projection device.
Uh-huh.
Every one of their tanks and airships at the base started acting independently. It was chaos from there. Most of these left to gather at Nord's northeastern border.
The 23rd Armored Division's tanks, airships, and soldats have started doing the same thing.
They're basically trying to generate war again.
Forces hidden throughout the Highlands started convening at Zender Gate after they had attacked the Courageous II. There can only be one possible reason for this remotely operated show.
They're planning to stage a skirmish between the two armies much bigger than the one earlier. And use it as an excuse to restart the war.
This can't be happening.
But something doesn't seem right here. Restarting the war was the 23rd Armored Division's goal, not the Supreme Leaders.
I agree. I think it's safe to assume that he is involved in all of this.
So why would he want to restart the war? I guess as an excuse or like more fuel in the fire, right? It basically makes the Empire, it basically makes the common people see that, or at least are more likely to side with the Supreme Leaders.
But what's happening here doesn't seem to logically connect with him taking over Crossbell and starting a united nation.
It's a Causey Bell.
I honestly don't think I'd put anything past him at this point.
We just don't have enough information to say for sure what's going on right now. If only I had my artifact. That would make it easier to communicate with those not currently with us.
Where is it then?
The sonorous seashell would be very useful here. Do you suppose the Supreme Leader has hold of it now?
If anything, I'd imagine they were more interested in that than Olivier or the Courageous II.
It is a very powerful.
It appears the
artifact.
division wasn't informed of what happened to it after the Defense Force seized it either.
Okay.
It sounds like we were just being used to camouflage their true intentions, which just makes all of this even more frustrating.
I feel terrible for not being able to keep it safe after the church was good enough to turn a blind eye to me having it.
You can't blame yourself for this, Your Highness. Let's turn it being taken into a positive. We know the seashell makes it possible to communicate over any distance. If we assume it's being used to help control weaponry remotely, our mysteries suddenly aren't quite so mysterious.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Quite. That would certainly explain how they can remotely control even the tanks from Calvert's base. I would assume they're using a device somewhere in the Highlands.
Oh, so
If
still
so,
in the Highlands,
then our
huh?
next move is clear.
Yeah. We need to find the remote control device behind this and destroy it. That's the only way we can prevent this situation from getting any worse.
Okay.
Then please, let us help you.
I can't fight, but I at least know the lay of the land.
Oh, Toma, Sheeta.
Do the two of you understand just how dangerous what you're proposing is?
Yes. We know that a war might be about to start.
And I'd argue that it's more dangerous to let the war start at this point.
But all of this is happening in our home. It's our problem.
Hey Gaius, those words sound familiar to
We
you?
don't want to sit on the sidelines while everyone else risks their lives to help us. We want to be why Lily, Mom, and Charles are safe from harm.
Please just be careful. You're both the best.
They really are.
I won't lie. I'm a little scared. But I don't want to sit here cowering. Let us put those nerves to use. Please.
Well, Gaius.
They've really grown, huh?
That they have. I feel genuinely proud to know them.
All right. I'll admit that we need all the help we can get, so we'll be happy to have you backing us up. But promise me that you won't willingly put yourselves in more danger than you have to.
We won't.
We promise.
All right.
Now that that's settled, we need to start deciding who's going to do what. Those tanks could start attacking at any time. At least some of us are gonna need to be ready to stop them.
Right. So some of us need to be near Zender Gate.
I agree. Time is of the essence. Let's get to work.
Okay. Uh-huh. So who's gonna stay back? Sarah? Oh, just Sarah and Rean, huh? Okay. Please stay safe, you two.
All right.
We're good to go.
Operation preparations are complete. Report on your individual statuses.
Right, of course. Aurelia is waiting for the tanks.
I'm in position in the Southern Highlands.
The Courageous 2 is also in position.
It's almost time.
Is everyone in the Northeast ready?
Yes, we're also in position.
Okay, so Musa is not with us, which is a little scary. As long as Emma's with us, I'm not too concerned.
Gaius, Emma, can you get us started?
Of course.
Ooh, there's the Merkava.
Replenishing mana.
Right? Is that what that's called? Merkava?
That's definitely the most suspicious spot in the Southern Highlands.
It's not freaking falling rocks. Ah, I should have known. Because last time I tried to get up there because I was like, oh, let's go back to where we first fought Milliam. And they said, oh, the area's blocked because fallen rocks. I didn't even think twice.
Thinking about it, we should have pressed harder when we were told that area was sealed off because of fallen rocks.
There's an animal trail nearby that will allow us to approach unnoticed. I'll tell you where to go.
Thanks. You're a doll.
Keep her safe, Sarah. Meanwhile, what's Rean and Toma up to?
My brother
heading
investigated the ancient quarry in Lake Lacrima the other day. There are only so many places in Nord to conceal something like this. So if we rule those out, one conspicuous spot remains.
You're right. And that's where we'll...
What was that? It made me think of a wounded beast.
I can feel something murderous and...
The Empire's tanks have begun their advance.
I've confirmed the same on the Calvardian side. A significant number of airships are also inbound.
Here we go.
Also, the horse glitching is kind of funny. I'm not even in high speed mode. Alright, Aurelia. It's you versus a whole army of things. I assume she'll be okay.
What a rabble of soulless lumps. Is this all the challenge they can afford?
Ooh, that might make things a little bit more challenging. Oh, never mind. Okay, I assume the same thing's happening here. impressive that it's just Kurt though. This
Right.
on this side.
If I can keep this up.
Kurt, we're ready.
Go ahead and fall back.
Okay.
Barrier successfully deployed. It looks like it's going to hold.
Oh.
The northeastern point is secured. Can we leave the airships to you?
Certainly.
Alright, the Courageous is dealing with both sides of the airships.
Is this it, Professor?
Grace was
The
reporting
orbital
from here.
waves confirm that you're in the right place. The device is there for sure.
Grace was just looking at this place earlier, wasn't? Oh, there's Arios again.
Who is that?
You might want to run now, Thoma.
Oh, we found what we came for. Can you return to the settlement and start evacuating everyone? I'll see that the device is disabled. Go.
Oh, does Rean get
All
to
right.
1v1 him?
Good luck, Rean. May the blessings of the winds and the goddess be with you.
Okay, a duel. Oh, this will be fun.
You may not be the real Arios, but your skill with the sword is on par with the Divine Blades.
He's still sparking.
That's all the more reason I can't let you sully his name or the integrity of the 8-Leaf School any further.
Oh ho ho,
As a
he's
master
going.
of the 7th form and a fellow swordsman of the same rank, I'm going to put an end to this. Schwarzer.
Okay. This is a duel for the ages.
You shall fall to my blade, Schwarzer.
So we're permanently in, so increased all stats. Let me, this is probably a bad idea, but let me battle scope him. 153,000 health, that's doable. Easily doable. Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so not too many options for,
It's my turn.
do I have Shining on myself? No. I would love to have Shining.
Fool! I'm up.
Zero Craft is nice. Let's go into Fierce Helix.
Let's go.
I'm gonna... Ow.
I'm up.
Fierce Helix.
Let's go.
Fierce Helix.
Winds, envelop me with strength.
Okay.
I'm up.
Here's where we
Hold
back Tortoise.
Let's go.
And we go very defensive. Yeah. That's fine. We won't die.
Let's go.
Oh wow, we didn't even really take damage from that. Okay.
It's my turn.
Raging Fire.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
Oh, okay.
It's my turn.
You're doing that again. Actually. And this should do it. If this doesn't kill him, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Because he has 12,000 health left. There we go.
Sure, sir. I can't afford to lose.
Nice. Good job, Rean. That was simple enough. Okay. This is like the most anime battle. This is the most anime battle Cold Steel like, has gotten to.
Arcane Gale! Impressive. Damn it. I know that wasn't the real Arios. And yet, just what are the Supreme Leader and his allies thinking? No. I don't have time to be speculating right now.
Yep. We need to disable this device.
I've secured the device, Professor.
About time. Hurry up and show me what it looks like. It appears to have the same basic structure as the device on the watchtower.
Can we just hit it really hard?
We need to start disabling it at once. Follow my instructions to the letter.
Yes, sir.
Oh gosh, it's IT time. It's time to call the IT place. IT help desk. Meanwhile, Kurt's just helping out here. It makes sense. Oh, they stopped.
They stopped.
Nice, we disabled it.
Success!
Good. Rean and the professor must have found it.
Okay, how about Sarah and Shima? Okay, looks like they succeeded
I
here
would have
too.
preferred some exercise, but it's good that it's over.
Yes. So far, this hasn't been any exercise, apparently. You guys okay up there? Okay, they're good up there. Whew.
Looks like we made it in time.
Reporting in, Your Highness. I've disabled the remote control device. Did that do what we hoped?
All Calvardian units in the northeast have ceased to function.
Yay!
Same is true for the Erebonian
where's
units in the
Sarah?
south.
Then the operation was a success. Well done, everyone.
Where's Sarah?
Thank Adios!
We really did it!
Where is
To
Sarah?
say I'm relieved would be underselling it.
As if there was any other possible outcome with me involved.
I honestly feared the worst at one point.
Guys,
But you did it,
we're
guys.
missing someone.
Is something wrong, Muse?
It's just, I feel like we're missing something.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble putting my thoughts into words. But
Everyone here is well aware of your keen intellect. Even if you can't articulate it cleanly, whatever insight you can provide would be extremely valuable. Please, go on.
think back to the attempted coup in the capital. I think you'll agree that it didn't exactly seem meticulously planned. The same is true here in the Highlands. This was a highly inelegant brute force approach to restarting the war.
Not something that Rufus would think of. Rufus is generally more subtle than
Neither
that.
operation feels like a plan that the Supreme Leader would orchestrate.
That's true.
I think it's safe to assume that he's behind everything happening. Even so...
Even so, why would someone so precise act so sloppily?
Ever since he crashed the signing ceremony, every move he's made has been flawless. Almost eerily so. All evidence still points to him being a fraud, but that doesn't make him the lesser strategist. If anything, he's proven himself to be better. That leads me to believe he intended to dispose of the military elements we've been facing from the start. Meaning, our actions are suiting his needs by taking them out of the picture.
And he will invade once the army is weakened.
Hold on a second. If all you're saying is true, then our victory here was exactly what the Supreme Leader wanted to happen all along?
At the same time, we also can't not disable all these military units.
Unbelievable.
That can't be right.
Then what's his next move? The game isn't over yet. We still have time to turn this in our favor.
But how? What more can we do at this point?
The device is disabled, taking away the only means to remotely control those tanks. And it wouldn't make sense to have a spare. If the Supreme Leader intended us to fall for this ploy, then his goal lies elsewhere. That leaves 19 possibilities. No, none of them fit. There has to be one play, a single move that brings this game to a stunning conclusion.
Your Highness, everyone!
Sarah, there you are.
What's wrong, Instructor?
Your expression is grave.
You'll understand when I tell you what we found at the Stone Circle. Everyone needs to evacuate now. There's a railway gun here that's about to fire.
A what now? I mean, that would be the one... Now that would be one supremely strong one. Like a really strong move.
Gun? How?
There was a projection device just like the one at the watchtower here, too. The second the remote control device was disabled, it turned off, and the gun started preparing to fire. Even worse, its target has been preset as the Highlands settlement.
No. What? All of that was pre-programmed?
That has to be the case. Firing that gun was likely his true aim all along.
But why the
Why
settlement?
did he choose the settlement as his target? There are still people there!
Can't you stop it, Instructor?
I've tried, but the control room is locked, and I can't force my way inside. The firing sequence has already begun. Our only option is to start evacuating people from the settlement.
Thoma's getting horses ready as fast as he can, but...
There's no way to outrun the blast from an 80-reed shell. It's too late.
Come on, Schmidt, don't say that.
Lily! Mom!
All we can do is what we can, but we can't afford to give up.
We're on our way. Sarah, just get out of there for now.
It's too late to save them? No, I can't let them die. Is there nothing I can do?
You're like the farthest
If
away
only
too.
he were here. If I could just reach out. If only I had the strength. What the...
Is the curse not over? Valimar! Why is he back?
To me! Tear fingers!
What? Tearfing S. Okay. We have a Valimar substitute.
Stop!
I'm so sorry, my love.
That is basically Valimar, isn't it?
Huh? We're saved?
Why is that here?
Yeah, Valimar's gone. And
What's happening?
Get up, Schwarzer!
What is...
what the heck? Who? What?
White Knight?
That looks just like...
Mueller, retreat!
It's too late. Gaius. Oh, that's all the knights. That's all the knights fused in, because that was Crow's weapon and Rean's weapon.
We're going down!
Be calm!
Huh?
Oh.
You're...
The holy beast.
I'll support you with my magic. Don't lose your nerve now, Prince.
The Hexen clan is here.
Prepare
What
for
is
an
going
emergency
on?
landing!
The divine beast. Because, no, not divine beast, holy beast. Because Roselia is the holy beast of fire.
Who are...
What the heck is going on? This is fascinating.
This has to be a joke.
Kurt!
Principal LeGuin.
Are you all right? You'll do no more harm.
I see my chance for a real fight has finally come.
And it's gone.
It's gone.
I assume that's a tactical retreat, not an actual,
You okay, Rean?
Instructor.
Lily! Toma!
They're fine.
Cheetah. Thank you, Dios.
Oh, they're fine.
I was so scared!
That was nothing short of a miracle.
But
My
what
head is
just
spinning.
happened? What just happened? Because that's not Valimar.
Instructor!
You all right
He's
in there?
not gonna die, I don't think.
We'll get you out, right?
Instructor?
Oh, he's in his
Your hair
first
and your
form.
eye!
I'm so glad. You're okay. I've missed you. So much.
Rean. Are you in pain?
No. I'm fine. I just feel so sad somehow, but also so happy that I could cry.
Do you two know something, Holy Beast? Okay, theories. I have none. What the heck just happened? Okay. I think it's like the aura. Out of everyone who's not over the war, Rean is probably also one of them. Like over the guilt of the war. I assume that's what's taken hold over him. Because everyone wants the war to restart. The cause of the war was the tournament arc between all the shoot, what are they called? The knights. Yeah, the knights. So I assume that's what's happening. Let me just see what happens if I press proceed. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do, I'm not gonna end this part yet. We're gonna actually start all 3 routes because I want to see what's happening in each of them. Starting with Rean's because I'm gonna continue Rean's first because I have no idea what's happening and it is fascinating. Oh, so Rean is back. Huh.
This is Arya Shrine then?
Is Rean back to normal?
That's right. We came here during the Civil War 2 years ago, too.
Okay, so it was a temporary thing. Roselia, I did not think that we would get to
The disturbance
see
in the
you.
spirit veins has made it manifest once more.
Because you were like my first draw in the Reverie corridor, so I just expected that you won't be part of the story. And here
It's
you
how
are.
we were able to swoop in and save the day.
It does seem like we'll be able to use parallel teleportation to go to Crossbell from here.
I see. Then we would request your aid, so we can finally bring this madness to an end.
That would be
Then
nice.
it shall be given.
Sounds like the rest of our number have reached the other shrines.
Nice.
We're good to go at any time.
Do we get the whole crowd back?
Thinking about it, this will be the first time both Class 7s have come together since Prince Olivert's wedding.
Yeah. Not the most festive of circumstances, but it sounds like we'll be needing all the help we can get.
All of Class 7. We're like missing a couple like that we haven't seen yet. Laura and Fee specifically have been absent.
Ever since the Supreme Leader made his move, this land has been engulfed in chaos. The people of Zemuria aren't going to know peace until he's well and truly deposed. So let's go to Crossbell, where we'll end this once and for all.
No, but seriously, Rean, I need you to go back.
Shadowlings from realms fantastic.
Deliver us to the land of Terra Capitalis!
I seriously need I seriously need you to go back a couple days and explain what's going on. Thank you. Thank you. Uh-huh. Yes, that is acceptable. We do not want war to restart. Yeah, I'm glad that they're reasonable. Uh-huh. What did they call it? The White Divine Knight. Yeah, the Divine Knight. That's what they're called. Right, okay. Sonorous Seashell is still gone. Uh-huh. Well, Toa and Machias are still in Crossbell, so there's that. So I expect, hang on, let me like imagine our final crew that will be in Crossbell. We'll get Yuna, I think. We'll have Yuna. Who else will be in our crew when we get there? Yuna, Fee, Laura, Machias. Am I missing someone from Class 7? If I'm missing someone, I am so sorry. I guess maybe Crow, because we haven't really gotten Crow in our party. But that's such a physical heavy comp. That's such a physical heavy combo. Because Fee Laura is all physical and we have Rean already. Well, we'll see. Uh-huh. Okay, so Grace is probably gonna come with us. Is Rean? Oh no, what happened to Rean? I want to know what happened to Rean. Uh-huh, that night in the settlement. Uh-huh, sure. Laura and Fee! Fee! Sorry, anyways. No, listen. It is not blown out of proportion. You went into sacrifice form, which is never a good thing, okay? Uh-huh. Yeah. Huh. I guess that's just a model name. Turfling S was specifically developed for Rean and tuned to him. Right. Yeah, you say that, Ash. Uh-huh. It's like a combination of all the Divine Knights.
Ah, I see everyone is assembled already.
I guess we finally got internal communications.
Have you managed to learn anything?
I most certainly did, but it was not easy.
I have a question for you, kiddo. I know it's like some sort of memory flashed. Yeah, read, spill it. Uh-huh. Resonance phenomenon. That 8th Divine Knight. Uh-huh. Like somehow Rean called it here almost. Yep, they did. So why is it here? Uh-huh. Alright. Uh-huh.
Celine, can you and Zeit come here for a moment?
Oh.
If you insist.
I guess Celine might come with us. Oh, you're in catgirl form. Cool.
So much for that saucer of milk I was savoring.
There'll be others. Still, I didn't know you were here in Nord.
Yeah,
And in human form.
Only because it's part of my training. I'm not in this form by choice.
Still a tsundere, I see.
I would have thought she'd be used to it by now. But it seems not.
I believe this is our first time speaking like this, children of Erebonia.
Zeit, Holy Beast.
Zeit! I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Wasn't Yuna in Crossbell? I guess he was trying to get into Crossbell, but it's
You
difficult.
must be the SSS's Divine Wolf. He really can talk, huh?
Thank you again for coming to our aid yesterday. We would have been in real trouble without you.
The SSS told us about you. How you're a holy beast charged with watching over a Septarian the way Rosalia was.
That was once my duty, but I've since been relieved of it. Still, this continent is my home, as much as it is yours. Thus, I have kept vigil over the land since the Great Twilight, particularly for distortions in the spirit veins.
But no, huh? They returned once more. Oh, the gigantic Divine Knight, huh? Okay, so it's going to Crossbell. All roads lead to Crossbell, indeed. Right, okay. All roads lead to Crossbell. Yay! Fia and Laura are joining the party. I'm putting them in my party, even though we will be way too physical based. Spirit brain stimulated. We can use the spirit path again. Yep, okay. See you in Crossbell. Oh, I'm so excited. And here we go. Do we get the whole party? 0th hour. Oh, the whole gang's here. Well, most of the gang. The wetlands. This is where, oh, this was where Rufus awakened his divine knight, if I remember correctly. Right, and the shrine where, for Arian Rod was also here. Thanks for the help, guys.
It's funny how nostalgic it feels to be back here. I haven't even been away for that long.
It's Crossbell. Of course you feel that way. Don't worry. I'm sure your family is fine.
Last we checked, they weren't brainwashed, so they're good.
And we're here to make sure it stays that way.
Thanks. Both of you. You're right. I need to believe.
I'm surprised you were able to make it, Major. Finding and taking care of all Supreme Leader sympathizers in the army didn't sound like it would be an easy job.
Yeah, that felt like it'll probably take
Matthias
some
Vander
work.
graciously agreed to take over the reins of that task.
Right, and Olivier is gonna stay safe this time.
Generals Van Dyke, Zex Vander, and Craig are also taking direct roles in the effort. With
Makes
the domestic situation in capable hands, I thought it best to focus on excising the problem at the root. And on a personal level, I want to know what Rufus is trying to achieve.
At least not real Rufus.
It's regretful that we're still none the wiser on that front.
The real Rufus said something about meeting next in Crossbell, didn't he?
He did. I'm sure we'll be meeting both the real and replica soon enough.
Hey, are you sure you're alright, Rean?
I'm good, Fee.
Yesterday must have put you through it, huh? Well, I'm not planning on pulling off anything like that again. So no reason for my family to get worked up.
Okay, as long as you understand. Zeno and Leo would hate it if something happened to you too. Don't forget that.
I don't know how they factor into this, but good to know.
Name dropping them always works wonders.
I don't care what you do, so long as you come back with some good samples for my research.
And what research do you
Even
want?
the Society isn't capable of making those devices, or humanoid weapons. Just hurry up and get my materials back.
You must really be frustrated by their absence to have agreed to come with us, Professor.
At least we don't need to worry about any tech issues with you around.
So what are you all planning on doing next?
If nothing else, I want to further investigate the spirit veins.
I think we need to start by getting a solid grasp of the situation here. Our final goal is to apprehend the Supreme Leader and liberate Crossbell. But we need to proceed with caution.
Yep, let's not recklessly charge into
We don't know
Crossbell.
what's lurking behind him and what the EDF is up to. We just have to play it by ear for now.
Especially since we can't use the round of 7. If we screw up, we can't exactly reach out for backup.
Yep,
That's very true.
It really hurts to not be able to communicate freely.
Looks like I made the right move coming here after all.
Was
Is that? Hey, Lecter.
Lecter!
Hey there. How's it hanging, guys?
Weren't you staying behind in the
Sounds
in
like
the
you ran
village?
into some kind of hell in Nord.
How did you hear about that? I thought communication was blocked off. Uh-huh. I see. Uh-huh. Right, yeah, you just assumed that the ceremony was gonna have a big impact in some way or other. Yes, please. Let's compare notes. Alisa, Machias, and Toa are fine. Well, Has Lecter met Machias and Toa yet? And Elisa was after Lloyd moved away from that from Lecter, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Right, okay. New Sarbo Soldats. Yep. Uh-huh. Really? So it might not be with the EDF, but are we gonna meet up at Michelin again? Great. Of course we're going to Michelin again. Yep, okay. Oh, I was right. We are taking Celine with us and Crow. Yep, I predicted all of that. Okay. Well, honestly, I'm tempted to just keep going with Muse, because she is just one of the strongest ones. And Kurt and Fee would kind of double up on what I want to do with them, so Muse it is, I guess. I guess Muse it is. I can't believe I was right. I was kidding. I was kidding, game, about Celine coming with us. Okay. Sephiroth Symphony for now, I guess. Oh, actually, Bujuhua. Yep, that's good. Because we don't have Kurt's delay reduction anymore. Hello there, Laura. Laura S. Arcade. And Fee Clausel. Guess this is our team then. Definitely favorite character and then second favorite right here. And of course they're together, and of course they gave us to us last because these two are so OP. Uh-huh. Yep, we will have to try.
Listen, Rean.
Okay, here
I
comes the
refuse to allow you to
conversation.
shoulder any more burdens alone. Not while I'm here. I've spent the past half year becoming stronger for your benefit. Rely on me, please. Without protest, without reservation.
I'm sorry for worrying you, Laura. I'll be sure to count on you. Battle or no battle.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Alright, you guys are going to St. Ursula. Uh-huh, that's an interesting team. Sarah with the other 3 students. It's kind of nicely balanced. I guess a really well, between Kurt and Sarah, that's mostly dodge tank, Ash is attacking and Altina supporting. This group has way too many people, but I mean, if they're going into the city, I guess that makes sense. Just don't be brainwashed, please. If you ever see someone dancing, look away. Have Emma cast Recuria. Uh-huh, spirit vein distortions in that area, huh? Uh-huh. Alright. Right, let's make for Michelin.
So it's back to the wetlands, huh? Reminds me of our encounter with the Steel Maiden.
That's
We owe her so much. Truly.
Yeah.
I know this place is gloomy and all, but you don't need to make it gloomier with your attitudes.
Sorry.
You're right. We'd best pick up our spirits and our pace to Michelin.
Okay, I'm gonna do that later. These are locked. Wow, Fee got a new art. Well, a lot of them got new art, but Fee and Laura definitely got new art. Fee's just stabbing Rean now. I don't like her art as much as last game, I think. Real quick, I'm also gonna go ahead and do Lloyd's and Rufus's. so that I can go to Reverie Corridor and get everything set up for everyone. So let's see what Lloyd is up to. March 20th, Knox Forest. So last time we were with Lloyd, they just escaped the factory. Yeah, they basically just escaped the factory. Noel came in with a motorbike. Nothing.
Second Lieutenant Seeker checking in.
Oh, welcome back, though.
She brought friends.
Lloyd?
Hello.
So you're here too, Fran.
I'm glad you're all right. And Kia, Tio, Wazzy too. Thank goodness you're all okay. After what happened at the ceremony, I thought...
Fran.
It's good to see you again. We're sorry for worrying you.
Don't be silly. You all being here is more than enough for me. But, who are your friends?
Tita from Thor's? How do I introduce you? Agatha Bracer, daughter of the Rhineford, daughter of the Rhineford chairman and her maid.
Sorry for dropping in unannounced.
You guys have been camping out here this entire time? Man, the Crossbell police have got guts.
Is that who I think it is?
Lloyd, you're all right.
Hey, Franz. Kate. It's good to see you too, Inspector Donovan. Raymond?
Even the Vice Commissioner is out here. You're tougher than you look.
I could say the same about you.
Well, good to see you're in high spirits.
Okay, what's the
really
situation
is.
here?
The CPD's missed you, Lloyd and team.
Well, we're back. Detective Bannings, reporting for duty.
I forgot I took his coat off. It's been off for a while now, but okay. Noel, let them, Right, so they found a place to hide and set up an encampment. Nice, okay. Okay, so those two are working the tech side. Let them work the tech side while we talk manpower. Oh, where is Randy? Right, okay. I mean, they'll be fine, I think. They're relatively tough. Yeah, we just had to fight a MacBurn robot. I doubt it. Yeah, yeah, pretty sure they're all robots at this point, including Rufus, the Supreme Leader. Yep. Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna... I guess that's detective work for you. Okay, cool.
Hey guys, can you hear us?
Oh, Rishia's back in her fighting outfit.
We read you loud and clear. It's good to see you all again. And I'm glad you're all right.
I take it the investigation into the factory went well?
We almost died, but it went well.
Looks like quite the team you're starting to put together over there.
Uh-huh. Nice. Okay. Everyone's good. Everyone's good. Everyone's good. Power of friendship. Okay. So the major is, yeah, Lecter, I guess, is currently talking to Rean and Co. Or, well, heading off to Rean and Co. Uh-huh. The speaker's doing good. The shield's doing good. Uh-huh. Right. Right from the top. Oh, northwest, huh? Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, that's the tunnel that was blocking the route to the Rosenberg studio. Uh-huh. Alright, so that means we definitely need to go save them. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's true. Alright, we're going to their aid. I assume some of us will end up staying behind here. Also, a small group, we can sneak around and meet up with Randy. Yep. Of course they haven't changed. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay. So those four aren't gonna be around. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, okay, so the doctor's coming with us. Uh-huh. Okay, so just Lloyd and Noel here. We played as Noel a little bit in the prologue, but Will, tempered by dusk. Here we go. And here we go, as Lloyd. Well, I'm gonna stop this here. We haven't played as Noel since the prologue. This will be fun. What does she have? She has Aegis. Huh. I remember Aegis, actually. Now it can also do Absolute Reflect, which is really nice. And let's go ahead and start Rufus's Route. So last time we got out of... Yeah, last time where you're looking for... Oh, Nox Forest. We're looking for someone named Ian, who is going to
We'll
help
eventually
unlock...
reach the prison if we continue to follow this road.
Yep. who will help unlock
It
Lapis's
was
memory.
built adjacent to the police academy as part of the same complex.
Was it now?
Sounds like you're familiar with the area.
You could say that. I used to take walks around here every once in a while.
You really live on the wild side, huh? Not many people pass a prison when taking a stroll.
I didn't think she'd keep tagging along after we wrapped up at the studio.
I'm glad she is, though.
Well, that concludes our business at the studio. What do you plan to do from this point forward, Ren?
I think I'll stay with you. I wouldn't be doing a good job looking after Lapis if I just left. Who knows? You might be the lead I need to find Estelle and Joshua.
Oh, right. They're not,
She's dependable in a fight, but I get the sense there's something dark in her past, just like us.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, Swin. As I said in the fight against the Emperor, Ren and Rufus are like literally the worst person to try to convince with his logic.
Not that I have any right to pry.
He's amazing, isn't he? There were so many dolls back there, and they all look just like me. But Rufus knew who I was right away.
Uh-huh.
Then he told me I was the one and only Lapis Rosenberg.
Look at you
It
go,
really was
Rufus.
so amazing. Sure, LP. But the thing is, we've heard this story 3 times now. Isn't it about time you got some new material?
It's like a daughter.
How did you pull that off, anyway?
Simple. I attached a transmitter to her a while back, in the event someone tried to steal her.
Of course you did, Rufus. Of course you did. Of course that's how you knew.
She doesn't seem to have noticed, so that's been rather convenient.
Way to suck all the wonder out of the story.
Yep.
It's probably for the best that Lapis didn't hear that just now.
It is definitely for the
Obviously.
best. And no one will tell her. Elysium. Rufus Act 4.
Fresh air never tasted sweeter. Am I right, LP? Air has taste? I can't tell the difference. Speaking of air, I nearly suffocated under those fake dolls, but Rufus...
We know. Probably better than you at this point.
This is fun. Anyways, I am going to take some time in the Reverie corridor.
New visitors registered.
Noelle is here, Laura, Fee, and Celine is here. Oh. Hey. Oh right, we got Toval a while back. Yeah. Uh-huh. Why isn't Agate also here? I guess Toval knows these two better. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of our orbment stuff set up. Might do a few more of these just for fun. We do have some new master missions. Treasure chest, weapon enhancements, get level 120 with all allies. 6 intimate moments with someone special at the beach. Which is really, really awkward, by the way. I don't like that minigame, but oh well. It's for the mission. I'll still do it. 60 quartz is a lot. I will choose what to unlock. In
Review
terms of
missions.
upgrades.
New contents available.
New contents available? Ooh. 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 Well, we're definitely unlocking all these. That's 260, 300. Yeah, that's 300 shards. So I might just get that and boost max BP. So I need about 260 more shards-ish. So I might just farm some shards in the meantime. But that'll be it for this episode, and I will see you all next time.